clár in iniontar Annalise scialta buga agus móra sport, chud alón ó 8 nóiméad héis ceir go dtíon cúg. RTE Radio na Gaeltachta a caint leatsa.
Live line on RTE Radio 1 with Lions Gold Blend. You won't find a richer, smoother tasting cup of tea. Lions Gold Blend. A richer taste for richer talk.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.
51551. JJ O'Riordan, what happened?
Joe, how you doing?
Good.
Just have to ring you there. I'm actually still perplexed over what has just happened to me. I went down to Appian Way to go into my dad. He's doing a job next door to the Nigerian embassy. I left my car, which I bought at 12 o'clock today, outside the Nigerian embassy. Was just running in to collect him to go for a sandwich. As I walked down the site, I could hear a horn beep, and I didn't really take much notice, and I saw it may go out. 30 seconds later, 20 seconds later, I turned back to the car, and I can see the back left-hand side as after being damaged, and the bumper is almost hanging off. I then see this man who's still parking his car in the Nigerian embassy, and I can see the damage in his front left bumper, and I very, very politely and calmly asked him, would he just acknowledge the damage done to my car? I was told in the most colourful way to F off on a number of occasions. This is by a man who is driving a civil diplomatic car on behalf of the Nigerian embassy in our own country here. He tells me to F off, F off, F off. It wasn't him. How could it be him, etc., etc., etc. I said, no problem. We'll just ring the guards. I rang the guards then. 2 lovely, lovely guards from Donnybrook Station came down, and the abuse that I received from this man, the guards received the same amount of abuse, if not more. Also, as the conversation went on, the guards didn't seem to be really getting anywhere with this man. He kept on denying it wasn't him. Whereas
and what's he saying? What are you saying? He's saying to the guards?
He's saying to the guards. No, as the guards came along, he was very, very agitated, angry, and annoyed at me. When the guards came along, Joe, they got the very, very same manner from this man. He was, roaring and shouting at the police, and so much so he said in front of the 2 guards who noted down in the book, if you park the car again here, I will slash the tyres. In front of the guards. Now, apparently this is an ongoing thing. The local guards at mines in Donnybrook are fed up dealing with these people. And it's just sickening me that,
So where is
our country and, the social... We won't go into all that, but it was just the mannerism of the man. That would never happen with an Irish diplomat in any other country. It wouldn't happen with any other diplomat in this country.
And you sure he wasn't?
They're so fast to say how badly they're treated in this country. Now, if this is how they talk to people at the very, very top, I'm not surprised it's such a bad name of the country. I have never dealt with people like this.
JJ, are you sure he works in the Nigerian embassy?
110% sure. He was driving a civil diplomatic car.
Yeah.
He then, as the guards arrived, half of Nigeria seemed to run out of this house and roar and shout at the guards as if they were shite on their shoes. I'm sorry for saying that.
And you're sure that the Nigerian embassy is in Appian Way, which is in Ranelagh here in Dublin. Yeah, it is the Nigerian embassy building. There is a logo and the flag and everything.
The Embassy of Nigeria is actually the logo over the door. Embassy of Nigeria.
Now, were you blocking his gate or something?
Absolutely not. A lady was able to come in then and park the car, open the electric gate, park the car, not a problem. But this elderly gentleman, who has marks on his car on all 4 corners. I would assume he uses his bumpers as parking sensors. When he hears the bang, he knows he's quite close. And that's what he's done to my car. I collected the car at 12 o'clock today.
It's a brand new car.
Filling out the report form at 10 past, and now I'm on the way to the body shop. There's nothing I can do about this, and there's nothing essentially the guards can do about this.
And was it a new car or a second-hand car you bought today?
Second-hand car.
You bought it at 12, and you
collected it out of the garage at 12 o'clock today.
And it was hit at
what?
The
guards were filling out the accident report form then at 10 past 1. Now, the guards couldn't have been nicer, really, really nice guards. But they're fed up. They were telling me that
what can happen?
Over and over again.
He's got diplomatic immunity, hasn't he?
Yes. We couldn't cross their line. We couldn't go into the garden. Even the guards can't go into the garden. And roaring and shouting, causing a scene down there like you wouldn't believe. And I said, here, back inside, round the guards, they came, and they get the same abuse. Now, the first thing is, any time there's a debate with these, is it because I am black? Is it because I am black? No, the mannerism on these people, Joe, and these are at the very, very top.
And who threatened to slash your tyres?
This man who was driving the 05D with a civil diplomatic reg plate on the car, he threatened, I will slash the tyres on this car again if I see it here. While the guards are standing shoulder to shoulder with me. Now, what sort of respect is that to have for anybody
Well,
or for any reason?
And was he saying you're on double yellows, or
No, he was kept
not
on.
that it's his job to police them, even if you're wearing double yellows. But anyway.
No, but the car was in the middle of the road. Joe, when I moved into a house 3 years ago, the neighbour 2 doors up the far side reversed her car, barely touched the van. I'd say the lady spent 5 or 10 minutes figuring out who owned the car to have the decency to say, I'm after Martin. And which I'm sure you would do and I would do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone would do, say, look, very, very sorry.
But who'll pay for the damage to your car?
They're not paying for anything. They're delighted down there, laughing at me now as I'm driving away on the way to the body shop to get an estimate for the car, which I have to now fix. Like, so super annoying, and what the state gives these people, and the mannerism and the attitude of them.
Well, you know the whole argument about diplomatic immunity, that it is regarded as Nigerian soil, that this
yes, I understand
diplomatic immunity is recognised everywhere in the world, and the reason it's recognised is mainly for that there won't be political interference, but it does apply to parking and bus lanes.
Joe, we can't go around and just crash the car into another man's car and then tell him, well, F off this, F off that.
Can you see, by the way, what type of car was he in? Was it a Merc or a...
He was in a 05 Toyota Ventus, worth about the price of a breakfast roll from the condition of it.
And you were saying you could see clearly that it had been damaged before?
Clearly, absolutely clearly you could see the damage in his front left bumper, but the whole car was a wreck of a thing. There was a 05, a Privia, another civil diplomatic registered car, and also, again, both sides of it. Like, you'd see bumper cars in Funderland in better condition than these things.
Okay.
And like now, I have.
Did the guards say go through your insurance company anyway and explain? And
there's just no point. I'm just gonna have to go now and pay for it out of my own pocket.
So whatever you paid for the car to buy it at 12 o'clock is now added to at 2:45.
It's probably going to be the bones of €1,000, don't you know? I have to get the bumper off or paint, whatever it's going to be. And like literally calling in to have a quick cup of tea in the house next door. Like literally calling in to get someone to go back into the car to go to that Mines or Renla for a cup of tea and a sandwich.
Okay.
And you have this torrent of abuse. And not only to me, you can kind of have say, well, of course, they're known as a very, very aggressive nation, and they have a very, very bad name, etc., etc. That's fine. But to be like that with me, okay, maybe you'd expect it. But when the guards, who are also, out there to look after these people as well, when they speak to the guards like that,
and the guards, ridiculous. And if anyone is used to dealing with diplomats, in terms of experience, they know how to deal with them. It is Donnybrook because they cover the diplomatic belt, and it's very busy at the minute with the Chinese arrival now tomorrow in Shannon. It's very busy around all the embassy. Well, I thought yesterday there was a lot more guards than normally, so they know they are diplomatic, pardon the pun. But anyway, okay, JJ.
You just finished the point off with the Nigerians, because the guards have said to me, and without getting them in trouble, what they have said is this is a regular occurrence in Nigeria. Any other embassy or civil diplomatic would be full of apologies, would be get on to the head man, we'll sort it out.
We'll ring the Nigerian embassy now and we see what
if you wouldn't mind, because what had happened.
And remember what happens when people get into tips. That people we all do stupid things. We react. You know what I mean? But anyway, there might be an explanation. We don't know.
Very nice, kindly and politely said to the gentleman, will you please just look at the car?
Okay, I take your point, JJ, but the point maybe to have an explanation, because we never know what ghosts are sitting on other people's shoulders when we deal with them. So maybe
I just thought I had to share with you.
Maybe got a bit of bad news. But anyway, okay, JJ, thanks indeed, and I hope the body shop look after you well. I'm sure that if you tell them that story, I'm sure they'll have some compassion.
We'll have some laugh, I'd say.
Well, the car bought at noon and high noon at 1:15 when you get a smack. Thanks, JJ, and safe travelling around there. Now, thanks again.
See you, Joe.
Bye-bye.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.